Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. We are so excited to introduce you to Level Up Advisors, where we pay you to learn about money. And so this is a brand new company, a brand new concept that came out of the insanity over this past summer with people losing their jobs and people just not being able to even go to school and so many other things. We've created an amazing, phenomenal e-learning platform where we are just going to show you how to actually build a business from home, and we'll take you step by step. And since we are all entrepreneurs, the founders, myself, Tanae Williams, I have been in business and self-employed since 19. It's been over 20 years to give you an idea. Okay. My background is mortgage, real estate financing, hard money loans, things of that nature, equity investors, and finding the funding for real estate, as well as business funding. So my company is Gotham Capital Services, and we provide business loans, and created a course a few years ago for our startup businesses who just simply weren't ready to get funded. And so I'm going to take you through a little bit about that. And all of our members, all of our founders are actually business owners from different industries, trading. We all have expertise in every single part of the business world, which can help you change your financial trajectory in the wake of the pandemic worldwide. So I'm going to go ahead and go over all of our founders a little bit later, but let me tell you about what we've put together. So we pay you to learn about business. So first of all, the first thing you have to have, no matter what you're doing, if you're buying real estate, if you want to have an Amazon FBA business, if you want to have if you want to trade for a living, if you want to basically do anything, you need to start out with a corporate entity. You need to separate yourself from your business. So the first thing we show you how to do is get your corporate filing done. And so no matter what country you're in, that's the first thing you want to do. Since we are in the United States, we're based here in the United States, our course material basically takes you through a step-by-step process in any state on how to file your corporation, get your tax ID, and get all of those other things done. The entire course is put together so that we can walk you from filing that company straight through getting yourself a business address, a phone number, an email for your corporation, and really getting it set up to be funded, okay? And through the entire first part of the course, we take you through the entire funding process and what underwriters want to see in order to get you funded, okay? So when it comes to our courses, we help entrepreneurs create businesses that are needed in the market. And that's solving the number one reason why 42% of businesses fail, because I'm sure you probably have a friend or family member who has tried to start something and failed. Maybe they tried to start a barrette business and didn't do well with it, or they tried to come up with some new invention. The reason why 42% of businesses fail is simply because they don't have the right formula on what people want to buy. So our entire point is to show you how to make money every single day, day after day, on things that people want to buy. So that is one of the things that we focus on, is trying to make sure that 42% of you do not fail at business. Our courses are also designed to prepare you to receive your first $50,000 to $100,000. And so we know that the lending criteria, and the banks right now are just kind of nutty. So with that said, we figured out a way to pay you to learn. So your first $50,000 could come straight from your learning experience in this course. And I'll go into more depth. So that is one of the reasons that 29% of businesses fail, is because they're just not funded. They have no idea how to get money. They don't know where to go to get money. You might have a great idea. You might want to start your Amazon business, but you have no money for marketing. You might want to start a hair business. I have a friend right now that's figured out, oh gosh, the numbers went through the roof if I would just sell hair. So he's going to all the salons, and he's actually helping them brand. And there's this one salon that is actually, sells hair, and they sell a really high grade of hair. They get it from China. Okay. And then they only sell it in their salon. So he's going to help them expand that business online. What's missing? The budget for the branding, the budget for the marketing, the budget for the advertising. You may want to go on Instagram and, start your next retail store. However, your next hat business, your t-shirt business, your whatever business, however, you're going to want to highlight those posts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, so that you can get more traffic. And the only way to do that is if you've got the funding to do it. So 29% of you are failing because you don't have that funding. So our second purpose is to make sure you have the funding. Then we show businesses how to outsource, because you can't be everywhere and do everything. So in order to scale as a small business, you're always going to need help. You may need help with your social media marketing. You may need help with your website. You may need help with just so many different things that you will need help with as a small business. And we show you your business cards, your graphic design. We show you how to outsource. And scaling a business is, again, the reason why 23% fail. So that's our third focus when we're looking to help you in this e-learning course. So then lastly, to top it off, you definitely need funding. So we show you and take you through how to get funding, which banks are funding, the most aggressive funding strategies out there, and to help you just really get started with your business, or to scale your business, because I meet a lot of small businesses that are coming to us at Gotham Capital for funding. However, they just do not have the ability to scale their business, which is an absolute must. So we pay you to learn about money. Okay, you figured out how to, we showed you everything. We showed you how to set up a company, how to expand the company, how to get the company ready for funding, and now you're making money. What do you do with that money? Do you go buy a jet? Do you go buy a Jaguar? You go buy your mom a new house? I'm making $500,000 a year. Yay, I'm making $1 million a year. What do you do? What do you do with the money? Even if you're making $250,000 a year, what usually happens when people make more money is they buy more things. We want to pay you to learn about money, because we believe that is one of the most important things that you have to learn about because of this. And this slide, I'm just going to stay right here because this is a fact. And the number is getting smaller. Actually, this number is more like the top 0.5%. And 99.5% of people do not have money, or they're looking for a job and looking for some way to pay their bills. And the people that have already been ahead of the game are so far ahead of you. Could you imagine how many millionaires were made in March during the COVID short? we talked about a big short in 2008, but I know there was a big short. I can't wait for the movie, okay, that comes out to tell us about the big short that happened in March. I remember looking at the stocks, and the stocks were, everything was 20 or 30% of its regular price. Of course, everyone was shut down, and someone knew how to take advantage of that. Many people who already had money knew how to take advantage of that. In fact, let me give you an example. I remember that Bitcoin, if you know anything about cryptocurrency, you may have seen on your Cash App that Bitcoin was $2,000, $3,000 earlier this summer. After COVID, now Bitcoin is well over $19,000 as of this morning, and probably going to continue climbing. So imagine if you had some money and knowledge and wisdom, you could have gone ahead and purchased some Bitcoin or any other currency when it dropped, and rode the wave back up to over $19,000.
It's
So
over 21.
it's 21,000 now?
It's, yes, 21.
Okay, so that
Yes.
is kind of, this slide is kind of perfect for that comment, because we teach you how to read things like this, okay? And this, you see a very clear W, but this is what's called candlesticks. It's a chart, okay? And it's a chart that you could look at, and you could know that the market went up a little bit, and this is what happened here, and then the market went down. So people make money on the market going up, and on the market going down, and on the market going up. And if you know how to read these things, you would know that this W, sometimes it's an M, that this is a win mode. It's about to do this based on your knowledge. So we teach you, we pay you to learn about money, because when you know things like this, how to read these charts in various financial markets, whether it be Forex, cryptocurrency, or whatever, you are going to be able to take advantage of the market and make the money that you made in your business grow. That's the key to wealth, folks. So I'll bet you don't know. I wonder how many of you out here know about this. This is a new word for me this year, DeFi. Okay. And I've been in finance my entire life. Does anyone know what DeFi is? DeFi is now an $8 billion industry. Okay. So DeFi is and I don't want to say deregulated, it's decentralized finance. And what decentralized finance means is all of these amazing new lending programs that are coming out from private companies. And these private companies are funding businesses. And cryptocurrency, for instance, there are several platforms where a business could get funding through cryptocurrency. And this is all in this DeFi market that is coming up like a wildfire right now. So whenever there is a downturn, there's always, in the same breath, at the same time, an upturn. I love the story of Madam C.J. Walker, a Black woman who made her millions when the entire market was crashed in the 1920s. Coincidentally, we're in 2020. That's interesting. Maybe this happens every 100 years. Who knows? So Madam C.J. Walker, with her hair products and the straightening comb, made multiple millions of dollars in that space. She had a house. Her mansion was next door in Long Island to Rockefeller's mansion. I love the movie they just put out. It was so nice because I've heard of her my whole life, but to see the movie, it just really put it into perspective. So the point is, you've got to be aware and of what's going on because change is happening every second. So we pay you to learn about money. We also pay you to learn about real estate. Real estate is my baby. Okay. So when it comes to real estate, I saw a late night television show. I saw those Carlton Sheets infomercials. And over the years in the late 90s and the 2000s, that's all I saw to build my wealth. I said, I've got to do this. I started out as a wholesaler, finding great deals because I had no money and no credit. And when you have no money and no credit, you have to figure out creative financing ways. Even if you have money and you have credit, if you're smart, you'd find creative financing ways to buy under market value so that you can make money. So we are going to teach all about residential real estate, commercial real estate, and industrial. When we talk about industrial, I'll tell you something sexy that's been going on this year in the cannabis industry. I personally and some of my other partners in this fund put together a fund for buying warehouses just before COVID. It was February. And it turns out that there's an entire industry where cannabis businesses, and these are distributors, these are manufacturers, these are CBD manufacturers, these are cultivators, they all need a space to hang their license. And this is in all of the legalized marijuana states. So in Sacramento, California, we saw an amazing opportunity between Sacramento and Oregon and the Bay Area and Michigan and several states where we could actually put together this fund where the fund is going to capitalize on tax advantages offered by the Trump administration, because we were looking for properties that are industrial facilities built out for these cannabis guys that are paying more rent than any other industrial facility. And you've got commercial real estate, residential real estate. Everywhere, all over the internet, they're always telling you how to wholesale. Guess what, folks? My team and I are intent on showing you how to buy and hold. You're going to learn wholesale real estate. You'll learn wholesaling. You'll learn how to flip. You'll learn how to make those $5,000, $10,000 quick bumps. And there's going to be a lot of foreclosures 2021. Like I said, remember, anything, whenever there's a down market, there's always a whole bunch of people that are also making a ton. And so there's going to be a lot of opportunity in foreclosures. It's unfortunate for some of the people that are unable to figure out how to make money to pay their mortgages. Hopefully, we help some of those people here by showing them how to make money on their own instead of waiting on an employer that may not be there anymore. And so we are just really excited about that. And we're going to show you residential real estate, commercial real estate, and industrial real estate. So I know you're wondering, how do we pay you to learn? What are you talking about? How can I pay you to learn? What is this? So here's what we've come up with. I want you to think about the fact that a university education, I looked it up, what is the cost of a university education? I found some statistics. Between 2013 and 2021, this is the average annual cost to attend a university in the United States. So the average public two-year university in 2013 was about $10,781. In 2021, it went up about $2,000, and now it is $12,000. That's only a two-year degree I'm sure you know how much money you're going to make on a 2-year degree at a corporation. Then you have a public 4-year degree, and it was $18,000 to get that education in 13, 14, and now it is $22,000 to get that education. A public 4-year outside of the United States, this is actually $31,000 and $38,000 this year. If you want to go to a private university, you want to go to Penn State, you've got a kid's got to go to Division I school, got to go to, some great school, and they didn't get a scholarship. In 2013, 14, you're going to be at $40,955. And this year, it would be around $50,000. I looked up the cost for Yale and Harvard. You're going to be somewhere around $58,000. So typically, for a lot of families, that's unaffordable. We've always tied education to income. Go to school, get a good job, get a good pension, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to afford a car. You're going to be able to afford your family. You're going to be able to do everything. That's the American dream, okay? That's the dream globally. Go to school, get a good education, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become something fantastic. Yes, we need all of those people. But guess what? What happens when you do all of that? And I can't tell you the countless people that I've met in Uber who have doctorate degrees, and they're driving Uber. I've met countless people who have driven cabs coming from other countries, from all over the world. And they're working on their education, and they're paying for their education, and they work in a strip club, or they work driving taxi, or they work some other remedial job. And then they graduated and they can't find work. This is the cost. And then you have the flip side of that coin, where there's gurus all over the internet, and those gurus pay, you could pay, I know I paid $3,000 to $5,000 for course material on real estate. I've paid, I've gone to courses. I went to a short sale course back in 2005 to learn how to short sale. And it was a wonderful husband and wife, and they had a whole bunch of people there. And I had paid $1,500 for my husband and I. Actually, we paid $1,500 for us to go to that course. We went from New York to Florida to attend the course. It was like a bus ride, and we went around Florida looking at properties in St. Petersburg. So there was the initial $1,500, and then when we got there, there was an upsell. It was like, okay, well, if you want us to be your mentors, then there's going to be, it's another $2,500. And then if you want us to recommend lenders to you, it's going to be another, $5,000. And then of course, you're going to need your down payment for the properties, and, that we're going to show you. And they had a lot of people that registered for their course and went on their bus rides and did extremely well. However, I feel that any cost of education is worth it. Any education that you get is worth it. But I found out that education where it's self-taught in the entrepreneurial realm, you're going to make more money, and you're going to learn how to fish. Instead of someone else knowing how to fish, don't you think you should know how to fish? Instead of getting a percentage of someone else's money, don't you think you should know how to go out there and fish and make that money yourself and bring it back to your family? And so I'm talking to you, those of you that are not entrepreneurs, and I'm talking to those of you that are entrepreneurs that may be independent contractors of other companies, because I know I went through this entire phase where I thought being an independent contractor of a company was being self-employed. And I found out the hard way that those companies can still let you go. And those companies can still do bad business and let you go. And so, being an independent contractor, like we have an affiliate program, and guess what? We still want you to also you're going to make money here, and you're also going to learn how to go and fish on your own. And so that is the cost of education. Okay, so students are encouraged to learn so you can receive a stipend for accomplishing each of the 10 courses. This is where the LevelUp Cooperative Economics System of Benefits, this is how we benefit our students. Okay, so we are a new aged, socially conscious, doctorate level e-learning course. And we are going to practice social entrepreneurship at its best. So the cost that you would normally pay for any of these courses, you actually are going to, we're gonna share that back to the community. So we are serious about your success. In order to be paid to learn, we want you to be as serious about this as we are about you, because we want you to actually absorb the information, not just come in and say, oh yeah, I watched, oh yeah, and then you never actually do it. So we have tied a quiz to each level of the course. And so that we know that you're absorbing the information. Now, whether or not you use it, we don't know. We don't know if you're going to use it. However, that education stays with you for the rest of your life and you can't get it out of your head. Okay. So we know the obstacles that are out there, and this is our main image of the company, is that we know all of these obstacles that you run into as an entrepreneur. And it is the obstacles that teach you. You fail your way to success. It is so crazy how the entire, all of your friends and family are going to think you're nuts. And mostly, there's always one entrepreneur in every family, and everyone else thinks that they're absolutely nuts. I remember the honeymooners where Ralph Cramden, I've got this idea. Ralph Cramden, and everyone thinks that he's nuts all the time. And so these are the obstacles you're going to run across. Not having any money. You're going to run across looking at an opportunity and it's not the right one. You're going to invest your money into something and it's not the right investment. You're going to miss timing. But guess what? While all of this is happening, you're also going to be learning from each and every one of those mistakes. And so mindset is everything. And we are so strong on teaching mindset. And so the LevelUp courses teach you from start to finish, no matter where you are in your career, if you're self-employed or not. There are people that I have met that are 18-year-old construction companies that are still sole proprietorships. So they could benefit from every information in level 1. I have many businesses that have come to me that have never, ever registered their phone number, and they're still using their personal phone number. They haven't separated their business from themselves. And so they're still using their personal address, their personal phone number, and they're wondering why they can't get funding. All of this kind of stuff is in level 1. Level 2 is how to establish your corporate presence. Level 3 is establishing your corporate credit. So no, you do not have to personally guarantee all credit, but you have to make certain steps before you can get qualified for any of that. We show you how to handle your corporate finances. We show you trading. We have experts in trading on the team. We have experts in trading of Forex, options, futures, cryptocurrency. So we have those classes in here. We show you how to build assets and how to protect those assets. We show you how to fund your business, real estate acquisitions, and you have a test on creating a fund, I know that you have seen all of these 22-year-olds that are coming out with all these fantastic, amazing companies. And that is because, and they're funded and they're raising round one and they're raising Series A and Series B. We're going to talk to you about all of that, and you're going to get a quiz on that, and how to create a fund and find investors. That's in level 9. And then you're going to have a final quiz, and that ends all of the coursework. So I wonder, what price can you put on this information? What do you think any of this is worth?
$1 million. It's worth $1 million. That's $1 million worth of information, at least.
At least. Well, it is if you put it to work. So now, if we pay you to learn, now how does that go? So guess what? You're going to pay $40 for the first set of information. Then the next quiz, you're going to pay $80 for it. Then the next quiz, you're going to pay $150 for it. The next quiz and all the course information is $300, then $500, then $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And it goes all the way up to a cost of, this thing is in my way, I can't see it.
5,000.
5,000. Okay. That is the cost of the information. But like I said, we pay you to learn. So when you pay that $40, $80, $150, $300, $500, this is the social entrepreneurship part. Instead of paying us, you're paying us, and then it's going to go to one of the members. It's going to go to one of the other members to pay them as they're learning. So when it's your turn, 4 members will be paying you $40. Our unique algorithm has its own little thing, and that bot just goes and puts people wherever they go. And whenever you test and you say that you have completed level 1 quiz, you're going to get, and there are X number of people in the system, you actually receive 4 payments of $40. That's $160. So your first $40 that you spent, you've already got it back. So this is where your $80 level up comes from. Now you're going to get 4 payments of $80 when it's your turn and you've tested out of level 2, and there's enough people in the system. Now you have 4 payments of $80 coming to you that you can cash out of your wallet. And we have an online wallet. You can withdraw that money directly into your bank account. So you get 4 payments of $40, 4 payments of $80, 4 payments of $150, 4 payments. This is 10 levels of payments through the entire system with the money that you actually keep in your pocket. The money you keep in your pocket is $48,250. This is as you're going through all of the levels. You're going to keep a certain amount of money and you're going to reinvest back into your education. And as you're reinvesting back into your education, instead of us taking those profits as we could, like any other course, we are actually going to have that shared right back out into the community. And that's the LevelUp student stipend pool, okay? So we are so excited about this. We know that you want to tell everyone about it. And guess what? We want to pay you to tell everyone about it. Okay? So instead of being pressured, I know some of you are probably like, oh, okay, I have to invite people and blah, blah, blah. Guess what? You don't have to invite anyone. You don't have to invite anyone. If you're not part of the affiliate program, you don't have to invite anyone, because this system is being advertised. We're going to go viral. You are coming in at the most opportune time, because we are literally about to take off the lid and go viral internationally. So we want to pay you to also help us go viral. Okay. And just so you know, these are our marketing tactics. This is how we're going to be bringing in students. Students are going to come in from our Facebook and Instagram ads. They're going to come in from our YouTube ads. They're going to come in from our Snapchat and TikTok video ads. They're going to come in from our, actually, Ian, what does that say in number 5?
Organic social media strategy.
Of course, because you know, and I know that everyone's going to share this information all over the place, and we're going to be posting on all the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, blah, blah, blah. So all of these things, Reddit.
Radio,
So we're going to be
television.
everywhere. I'm sorry, did someone say something?
Radio and television. This is Mr. Fleming.
Mr. Fleming, hello.
Hello.
So yes, radio and television. What do you mean by radio? That's not on the list here.
It's not on the list.
Yeah,
No,
we're
it's not
talking about
those-
social media only. We're not speaking about the.
Yeah, we're not doing any radio and television. The cost
Oh,
of
okay.
that media has a smaller return on investment, and it doesn't even get the same. See, now that's where the education comes in. We're going to
Yeah.
teach
Social media
advertising.
results. Social media results do much better than.
Social media marketing and these marketing strategies that we're actually using.
Yeah.
These strategies work. These strategies have the greatest return on investment. So anyone who's actually putting dollars and cents into traditional television and radio advertising today is going to, they're just not going to get the same return on investment as they would if they would spend the same dollar online. If you took $5,000 on television and you took $5,000 and put it in Instagram, you're going to have a greater return. What it's called is your what is it? The acquisition. What is it? What is that? Bo, I know you know what I'm talking about.
The return on investment.
Not just return on investment, but it is a specific term in advertising and social media, whatever. Anyway, see, that's not my expertise. That's why we outsource these things. Social media celebrity endorsements. We have social media, we have celebrities. In the course, you're going to learn all about how you can use Gotham Capital Services to get your celebrity endorsements. And yes, we do have the ability to have some celebrity endorsements. And we're going to have influencer campaigns. And just if you don't know what that is, these influencers are people on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram that have like 500,000 followers. And if they just say like the Kardashians or something, but there are people that are not the Kardashians that are actually doing amazing things with their profiles. And companies like us will pay them to mention us, to name drop. And then all of a sudden our information goes viral. So we're going to get this word out. Also through the affiliate marketing program. We're going to offer offline brand ambassador positions. Now that's a program that's going to come sometime next year. And of course, all of you are going to be so excited as you're learning the information that, you're just going to go ahead and tell everyone that you know. So the word of mouth and the Zoom calls, will be having these Zoom calls just like this 5 days a week. And you're going to be just so excited about that information and being able to bring people to the Zoom calls. So here's our starting lineup. My name is Tanae Williams, and I am CEO and founder. We have Mr. Andre Clark, who is our Director of Forex Trading. We have Mr. Tyson Price, who you guys are going to love. Starting on Sunday, Mr. Price actually says he's a specialist of insurance and expert trading software, and he is. However, he is also a peak performance coach. He's a former Penn State football player, And currently, if you know anything about Landmark, he coaches the coaches at Landmark. So it's all about personal development and it's all about mindset. And this Sunday, the 20th, is the first class of our 40-day ascension, financial ascension plan. So we're calling it the 40-day financial ascension plan. You want to go on the events page on the forum and get registered for that. We are kicking it off on Sunday. It's going to be stupid, seriously, because we will go over all of the course material. We will go over personal development. We are going to show you how to get focused, and we're going to take you straight through your level 1 in that 40 days. So we're going straight through Christmas. Of course, you can take Christmas off if you want. However, you're going to have a responsibility to yourself, because guess what? You may not, if you work at a job, you may say, it's Christmas, I'm not supposed to work because it's Saturday, it's Sunday, I'm not supposed to work. No excuses when you are trying to make sure you get ahead of the curve right now. 2020 is only a peak of the craziness that may happen in 2021. So we need to start getting ahead and being prepared. And it is so exciting that we are doing this right now, a couple of weeks before the new year. Forget about New Year's, getting ready. Okay, I'm going to write my goals for New Year's, and then I'm going to, do it for the first 3 weeks of January, and then forget about it. We're not going to do that. We're going to train ourselves this year, starting right now, to go forward and then just keep on going. Because after that 40-day, we'll take a week break, and then we'll do a next 40-day. And everyone who was in the first 40-day, but this is going to take you straight through the 10 levels and give you amazing books to read, amazing education, amazing mindset, things that work, that entrepreneurs, literally, if you're at home, I know so many people. I personally gained like 20 pounds, okay? I know a lot of people gained a lot of weight. I'm in the gym now trying to get it off. But you gain pounds, it's like you're depressed. There's so much domestic violence and all this insanity. You're gonna have to focus your mind. When you're self-employed, you've got to focus your mind anyway. And so that's where this 40-day financial ascension plan is really going to just take you through your glass ceiling, so you can really just take off in 2021 and take advantage of what's really going on. So we are so excited. That concludes the presentation. And you want to get back to the person that invited you today, because that person is going to show you everything that we just went through, and they'll show you how to sign up. Now, you know what's crazy, Ian? I actually did the slide for, and it's missing. I'm going to go find this slide. I don't know why this slide. Okay, I know what I'm going to do.
What slide you talking about?
There is a slide missing, and it is the slide that I did just before the meeting, and it's here on my desktop, but it's not in the presentation.
Well, right.
So
We'll go over that. There's definitely a couple of slides we got to add in.
So I'm going to
we'll
go
do that.
ahead and actually go over this slide right now, really quick, just so everyone can see it, because I know there are a few people on that were waiting for the affiliate program. And the affiliate program is actually going to be launched. So I'm going to end this share and then reshare, because I think that's what happened.